Howdy folks, this morning's shaving soap is from Dr. John's and it's called Bandit. It's still available over at Black Ship's Grooming. There's what the soap looks like. It's fairly firm, not acrylic by any means, but it's you can still push your finger in it a little bit. Aftershave is by, you can see there it says Beaver Woodwright, which is now Black Ship Grooming. And Black Ship, excuse me, Black Ship Grooming has the both the aftershave and the soap there on his website. So if you're looking for something like that, that's where you need to go to probably find it. Because if I remember correctly, Dr. John's doesn't have both of them there. Got this whipped up here with, I'm sure if you've traveled in the same circles I have, you have seen this name brand. I'm not real sure how to pronounce it, but they've got some pretty nice brushes. That's a boar knot, and I have it whipped up here in the shaving place bowl. It's got grooves down to the bottom there, but it you can kind of see this brush. I still need to work with it just a tad bit, get it broke in. It's relatively new, but didn't have any problem working up the lather at all. It's a pretty good size boar knot. I wanted to say 24 millimeter. And the shaver of the day is one of my favorites. It's a gem Micromatic. This one here is Flying Wing, or it might be referred to as the bullet tip there. And you can see maybe there's a dot right there, the guiding eye right there. And it has a gem blue star, and I don't know how well you can see. There's the blade there. Really nice. To me, it just amazes me that as old as the Micromatics are, that they work as well as they do. Guess you might say one of the first, it might be, I'm not for sure whether it's the first twist to open single edge or not. I may have to look in more into that, but I think it is. Clog proof, the open comb, and then this one here, Flying Wing. To me, just the engineering of the day is just amazing. I can smell the soap. I've got the scent profile down below. It'll be down below as well as the link if you're looking to find this soap and aftershave. Prior to getting started, I put a hot towel to the face, took the bloom water, used it as a pre-shave, and applied it to my face. My usual routine, I guess, if you will. See, that's a lot of lather. And I know that boar nuts have a tendency, especially when they're new, to be a little pokey. I don't notice it that much in this one. It's got a lot of backbone. I know that. It's got a good backbone to it. But I don't really notice it being, how can you say, that pokey. Not that bad, especially for just being brand new. The Gem Blue Star came in a packaging like this right here, and I doubt if you'll be able to read that on the back, but this particular one has a date of 2016, Edgewell Personal Care. And then when you look at the blade dispenser, this is what it came in, one like this in here. Then on this side right here, it says Accutech blades, and I can remember a while back that was the name change. In other words, another company had bought them out. But some of the older treat blades on the back of the packaging, it'll still say Persona or American Safety Razor, depending on how old the stock is that you're getting. Probably, if you're looking just to sample some of the blades that are available out there in the way of a single edge is a trial blade is a good place to go, because you can get all the ones that they have available. You can buy, you know, a sample pack, if you will. Keeping the this portion right here flush with my face, and I can shave with this every day of the week. Very smooth shaver. You don't get quite the feedback like I did out of the gym 1912 yesterday. There is some, but not quite like that, because that razor there was just a singing. And I have to say, in between the gym, the 1912, and this one here, this Micromatic, you get a smoother shave with this one here. It's not quite as aggressive. I'll see if I could find a link, if I remember. Don't get in a hurry getting this video posted, where maybe some instructions talk about the guiding eye, so you can get a better understanding what the idea was, having that put on the cap, if you will. Yeah, if you're not enjoying the blade feel of some of the other gems or stars or Evereadys, this one here might be the one to look for. If not mistaken, this was one of the last Micromatics that was made, so they have a tendency perhaps to be in a better condition, better shape than the others. At least that's been my experience. Depends on whether they come with a case or without a case, on how much you end up having to spend for it, as well as the condition. But if you're looking to get started on one, that would probably be a place to start. Keep in mind what they're wanting you to. The angle is, in other words, it has been set. You can adjust it if you bring the cap up off your face and get a more aggressive angle. But the intention is that you keep that cap up against your face. So in other words, it's preset. At least that's what they intend for you to shave with, at that angle. Once you get used to it, it comes to me quite naturally after you, in other words, the muscle memory starts to kick in. I would say the shave feel in between the Gem Blue Star and a Treat Super Blade is pretty close. I really don't notice that much of a difference in between them. And I am using two different shavers, so. Once you figure out which one of these blades you like better, especially for me on eBay, you can start doing your comparison, how many blades and the dollar cost and all that sort of thing. In between the Blue Star and the Treat Supers. It does take a little bit. In other words, if you're in a hurry, and you haven't established, I guess you might say, your favorite eBay seller when it comes to these blades, you might want to, I guess you might say, some refer to as the evil giant, refer to Amazon, especially if you got Prime. You get it in a couple of days, figure out what your best seller is. But I usually don't get in that big of a hurry, so if I have to wait 5 days getting it from eBay or whatever in order to get a better price, it doesn't bother me to wait. And of course you'll need to, when you're buying from eBay, some will say free shipping and some will not. You need to compare the two, because you might be surprised that just because you're paying for shipping, you still might come out cheaper than the one that says it's free shipping. For those that that thought hasn't quite entered your mind just yet. I know free shipping sounds awfully inviting till you start doing the comparison. Then sometimes you might find that paying for the shipping, you actually get a better deal. Smells great. This morning my nose is not, how can you say, it's not picking up any one particular scent. Not this morning. Some mornings it does pretty good, but not this morning. My nose is rather simple. I can say my experience with Dr. John's soap is that the post-shave feels great. I guess you might say it's one of the outstanding qualities that really just stood out first time I started using Dr. John's soaps, is that the post-shave feel just, oh, it was great. In other words, not that I ever feel that way that I need to use an aftershave or anything like that, but it felt like the shave was already complete. At least that's been my experience. When it comes to wet shaving, your experience will differ somewhat from individual to individual. It won't be exactly like mine, because you may not have the beard type, skin type that I have. Those sort of things are factors. Plus your water might be different, so your feel, excuse me, your shave might be different just because of the water. Then your skin type, how long you've been shaving, because I have had a beard for a good, I don't know, 15-20 years. So a good part of my face hadn't seen a blade till I started wet shaving back in, I guess it'd be about April 2015, I think it was, yeah. Got my first shavette in 2016 in January, so anybody that's been shaving longer, you know, their face is gonna, their skin's going to be a little bit different than mine, because they went a good number of years without a blade touching it. And for me, and I don't, in other words, as it goes for your mileage may vary, I don't ever remember some guys, you know, when No Shave Ember, the talk about the itchiness of having, you know, facial hair, and I don't recall that ever being an issue for me. So I'm not real sure if it's just because the skin was getting dried out. I really don't know what would cause it, but I don't, for the most part, I don't remember recalling having problems with facial hair and then my face itching a lot. I feel like it didn't itch any more than I wanted it would ever would without the facial hair. In other words, excuse me, didn't experience that. So in other words, for me to go back to having a beard would not be a problem. Outside that, I would miss the shaving part, but having facial hair has never really bothered me. Witch hazel Thayers. Yes, I could shave with this flying wing without a problem all week. It is a really nice shaver. I get smooth, comfortable shaves with it. Really enjoy it. Like I said, you can usually find them in pretty good shape. Etsy, eBay, aftershave. Yes, this bottle is frosted if you're kind of wondering about the bottle. I don't remember right offhand if you're looking at getting the package deal, if you will, if there for a moment I thought I smelled some orange. If the package deal comes in a special box, if you will. I don't remember if it still does or not. Man, that smells great. I like this soap, the scent, plus the labeling. I like that labeling. I used to own a Trans Am, so yeah, the bird. I had a great shave. Really enjoy using this soap. Hope everybody has a good Sunday. Stay safe. Smooth shaves to you.